Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ganesh. I am from United Nations Center for Regional Development, Nagoya, Japan. So, first of all of welcome in my session, and thank you for coming here. So, first of all, I would like to thank you, Bosworld, and organizers, Mr. Bohr, and all the colleagues who has invited us here for this opportunity, and would be happy for all the contribution so far done by Bosworld Academy and Foundation for the ESD initiative in Asia and Pacific. Here today I would like to discuss how smart buses are transforming our cities and communities in Asia and beyond. So, as the population growth, the urbanization and the motorization is happening all around the world. So, by the 2050, the transport demand will be increased 2.6 times. This is the data says, this is recent data by 2021. So, the challenge is how we can accommodate such a large cities and with such type of the demand. So, and if we look into the regions, Asia Pacific are the major regions where this development is happening. So in such a way, bus has to play significant role in terms of providing public transport system. And it is expected that across those regions, 40 billions will be invested in the different cities to accommodate those transport demand, particularly from the bus system. So if we look into the areas, different region, the situation is that we can see there are several buses, but it is very hard to function them well in these developing cities. So if we look into the time-wise, we can find that most of the cities, due to traffic congestion, 35 to 106 hours per year, the residents of those cities are spending time in the gridlock. So this means that almost 1 year of your lifetime you are spending in the road, in the congested road. So how to tackle that challenge is the big question for us. And in terms of economical aspect, if we look into that, it covers 3 to 4% of entire GDP of the country. And in case of Istanbul, if we look into the very recent study happened in 2021, it shows that this is the after COVID and pre-COVID. Pre-COVID situation, Istanbul ranked the world top 5, most impacted by the traffic. So if we count in the timeline, it is almost 153 hours of the one driver can spend in whole life. So, but fortunately due to, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, but due to the COVID situation, this congestion little bit reduced, and the function of the public transport system has a little bit increased. So recent data shows that almost Istanbul ranked the world top 10 cities where the congestion problem rise, and so far 88 hours of the time of in year the one driver, the bus driver or any resident has to spend in the road. So I want to put here that how the other countries are functioning in this situation. These developing regions have a problem, of course, but some countries have functioned very well, even though they have a very high dense population, even they are the world's biggest, largest cities. This is the one example from Japan. It is Tokyo. I would like to highlight here Shinjuku Expressway bus terminals in the Tokyo, Japan, how they are functioning and how the congestion can be reduced in that term. So these are some pictures you can see. This is the area of the Shinjuku Expressway bus station area. Before that, I would like to highlight here that almost 1,600 buses operate in that station one day, and almost 1.34 million people, commute through this station. Actually, if we look into the 3D space, this is the middle one. This is the Shinjuku station, and if we can count this, these are all around this metros, bus station, taxis, even the bicycle lanes, all are integrated. And if we look into that, almost they have the 53 platform in the one station, and with the 200 exits. So how they are functioning, it is a very good to learn from this scenario. So according to Guinness World Record, the Shinjuku station used almost 3.59 million people per day. It is a data in 1918. So how they function, even though there's such a population in the compact form. So here I would like to discuss about how operational setup has done with the Shinjuku Expressway bus terminal. If you look into that, this is the train station, and there are two bus stops, west and south, two major bus terminals. This is the one of them. So if we look into the people, they want to go any transit stations, they have information desk. First they can go there and ask the question if they like, and there are the digital information system like airport, so you can find out your destination in real-time basis. And after that, there are two kind of physical counters as well as digital counters here. If you would like to buy a ticket with the digital counter, it's depend on you. If you have a smart card or a smartphone, it's very easy. But if you do not have as a tourist, or in case you want to ask a lot of some inquiry, you can go the physical ticket counter as well. So after that, if you have a IC card, this is or the smartphone, you can utilize all the way. This is the automation machine. If you have left somehow, if you have not calculate your exact fare, then this machine can recalculate and overcome. And after that, when you need the departure and all the exits, then you can go for the departure with the special assistance if you need in case. So the good thing in Japan is that a driver himself will come to help the needy people, and they can take you very seriously. The major function of this integrated system is that you have all kinds of information which are needed for the universal access, seamless transit. So this is the station, and this is within the bus how they operate themselves. And in Japan, actually, the bus system only allow you to enter only one door. Sometimes that is front or the rear, but usually that is in the back side. And you have as I discussed before, if you need a special assistance, they will come to you and they will help you. And once you have a chance to enter and you have opportunity to take either the ticket or the IC card, and that ticket indicates that which station you want to you are entering, and this shows the ticket sample. And then once you enter in the bus, there is a small devices which is the whistle, or this allow you to in which station you want to stop. It seems a very simple thing, but it allow you to stop one station before, and that help the driver not to stop each station, because it will take more time. For example, if there is no passenger, you don't need to stop those stations and you can run. So this is very efficient system. And once you will have a chance to from the bus, so you can look into the front of the mirror. There is a digital and how much the fare is there, it already written, and which, if for example in our ticket there was a fourth station you enter and you depart at the 10th, you can calculate from the chart. And if you do not have the changes, for example this machine allow you to change your money if you have a physical. Otherwise, if you are using digital or the cards, this is also possible to go here. And this system is also integrated with the other systems. This is the very important part of this because most of the countries they are only looking for the part of the game. For example, if bus system works somewhere in the bus station and train station is another part of the city, and like that. So Japanese system have integrated very well. They have integrated with the station. The mart are there, hotel are very near, and those all the facility needed for the passenger are associated with this station. And even you have a chance to take the bicycle sharing system, and bicycle stations are there, all the restaurant. So this allow the passenger not to move far, not to go. So it will take less time and efficient, seamless transit. So at the same time, smart buses are now transforming the cities and community in Japan. Basically, they are using new kind of smart solutions, particularly information and communication technology, intelligent transport systems, GPS systems, sensors. They are widely using in the all around the cities, particularly in the public sector. And that helps to improve the safety and security, efficiency and comfort, enhance the mobility, accessibility and link connectivity, and as well as that reduce the traffic congestion, air pollution and accidents. So there are a lot of other problems associated with the climate change and the global warming, as the majority of the cities are located in the coastland and coastal areas. And this is the one example. Over 800 million people are living in 570 coastal cities around the globe. So this much, in terms of economy, it is estimated that 1 trillion will be annually lose by 2050 in business as usual scenario. So it is a huge challenge for us how to tackle this challenge, as the Mr. Mohanty already mentioned yesterday that many developing countries, they do not have the early warning systems and the robust kind of infrastructure and services. So if we look into the Turkish flood 2021, here the same situation happened in Turkey. So how Japanese government or the private sector are addressing this, we can see in these photographs. These are the amphibious bus. They are operating in the several cities. They are operating very well in the flood situation, but widely they are using in the tourism purpose. But these buses can be used for all the flood situation in the cities. So in addition of that, this now climate change have bring a lot of other problems, such as during the winter there is a more cold and there is heavy snow, and that happened. These are the real pictures from Japan, and then this is the 2021 pictures. So which shows all the transportation system was locked down, and it was very hard to commute. So these are the solutions for them. So usually they are using the snow-friendly buses in the different regions now, and these while even using those buses, they can go for the almost Japanese Alps. It's a very snowy area. So another innovation is coming up with this is the very new technology come up, world first dual model vehicle. It is called the DMB that recently launched in and the characteristics of this dual is that they are using the tire as usual, this kind of buses, and in addition of that they have a rail track, so they can use in the both situation, in the rail track as well as the road systems. So, and they have now they are using the diesel engines, but they are improving and they are going for the EVs as well. So this rail track can be function up to the 60 kilometer per hour, and in case of the road systems, these buses can run up to 100 kilometer per hour. And the next is also Japan is facing population declining. This is the very rare case in the world that is happening in Japan, and aging population. So what happening, aging population, they can't drive, and they are surrendering their license to the government, and there are very few drivers in the local areas, particularly in the rural areas. So this kind of automation they are introducing, which can allow to join different communities on time, so that this is the best mode of communication and the transport for the elderly people and in the rural area. So overall, if we look into the traditional way, there are 6 kind of buses in Japan. A bus rapid transit system is widely used, and tram-based services, guiding buses systems. The guided buses is in the one way. This is buses, and express bus system, shuttle and tourist bus. And new this, as I discussed before, this amphibious buses, snow-friendly buses, automation buses, and dual model buses are state-of-art technology recently introduced and coming up in the development. So on the basis of that, they have enhanced the safety, efficiency, and economical opportunity for all. So the main thing is that how we can design our cities, how we can make our cities, and how we live in those cities. That counts rather than the what kind of particular transport system only. So we have to integrate transport system in a such a way that it works for all. So thank you so much for your valuable time. If you have any question, please let me know.